Hey guys, Monica here. It's been a while. I wanted to bring this tutorial because Style3D latest version has been going through a lot of updates and it's been like over 30 new features, and I decided to record a few of the tools I find are the most relevant to help us with our workflow and during the creative process as well. In case you are new to our channel, I've been working with 3D fashion for over 10 years, and in the latest 5 years, I've worked with big brands like Adidas, Fila, Marni, Diesel, Gil Sander, Margiela, and Ju. So I have clients all over the globe, and I also own a 3D fashion school with over 300 students all over the world as well. I've been lately working a lot with Style3D because of the animation timeline is very flexible and it helps a lot when simulation cloth and trims. And there is a new tool about trims simulation that I'm really eager to test, and I want to show you how it's going to work. And we're going to talk about many things, but I want to start with the interface. It's very beautiful. We have new icons and the design is very, very good. I'm loving everything here, and I love that we have the edit corner tool back to the tools here because it was hidden on our right click button. So now it's back here, and it's a tool I really love to make corners a little bit rounded, because when you are sewing fabric, you never have a very sharp corner, and this is very essential that you adjust all the corners with this tool. So I use it a lot, and now it's back. I'm really glad about it. But that's not what I want to talk about. I just selected a few of the relevant tools because there are so many tools, and I wanted to talk about a few of them. So to begin with, I want to talk about the rendering tool because it's hidden. Now it's not where we used to, if you wanted to take a 3D snapshot or AI snapshot, now we had a 3D snapshot button. So now everything is inside rendering button. So when you click here, you're gonna find AI right here, and we have ray tracing render and offline render. So now if you want to take a snapshot of your 3D, you need to come into render and add an angle, a camera angle, and then activate retracing and click start. So that's what you need to do. In case you don't have any camera angle here, the program will automatically add according to the position of the outfit that you are facing right here. So in case I click start, it's gonna say it's going to use my currently view. Okay, and then you can start rendering with ray trace, and here it's our final result. So if you want to edit everything related to render, you just have to click on settings, and everything about the light in the scene, the camera. Now we have a camera tool that's new, and that's a very good thing. You could edit here. So let's activate ray tracing in our 3D view and go straight to light. So all of our lights from the light library are right here, so you could just change and see if it works. Okay, let me hide this, and we can see what works best for our outfit, because it's very important. No matter how good your outfit looks, if you don't have a good light, you're gonna lose everything. So light is essential. So you could test. I hardly ever add some lights. I usually work with the presets we have here. In case you need something extra, you could just come here to light and select another one that you want. I use a lot of these area lights because they are very soft and very easy to manipulate, and hardly ever blows out the textures and details of this piece. So I use a lot the area light. So also right now, all of our image settings are right here. So we have like those 3 tabs. Image settings are sitting right here, where you edit the size of your image, of your render, and as well as you choose the place that you're gonna save it. The ray tracing option, it's where our new camera feature is sitting right now. If you scroll down a bit, you're gonna see, first of course, you're gonna adjust the quality, denoiser always on, And when you come to camera effects, you have physical camera and bloom features. So when we talk about physical cameras, when you activate it, we're gonna have depth of field and autofocus option. You just define where it's going to point the focus of the camera, and all the edges are gonna look blurred. If you scroll down and you still cannot find the focus of the camera, you could just use focus by click. When you activate it, you're gonna see there is an icon in my mouse. You choose the place you want the focus, and nothing is happening because I just need to manipulate the depth of field. You see that where I've clicked is still focused and the edges are blurred. So I could just slowly decreasing this number. There's no right or wrong here. You just have to feel what's gonna work best for you. So if you just scroll down a bit, you see I have a little bit of blur on the edges and my central area is very clear. So this works, for example, in a very complex scene where you have a background and the main character need to be focused and your background all blurred. This gives a more professional final result for your outfit in case you are doing like a more professional scene or photo shoot. What we have as well is bloom. New feature. When you activate it, you have the intensity of bloom. It makes those clear areas or metal areas very shiny and very intense. It's like a glare. It's giving like a soft, ethereal look, like a fairy tale vibe to use for storytellings, for example. Anyways, I'll shut it down because maybe I would change the color of my background because it's bringing too much the white. So I would make it a bit dark, or pastel colors, or even another color. It's not the subject of this video, but another thing is the hair for beta that works on ray trace is right here. So in case you were wondering, okay, we have fur released for ray tracing because before that it was just working offline. So how can I activate that? I was questioning that myself. So in case you have an item with fur, you can activate it here and it's gonna work in the ray tracing feature. We also have displacement tool for ray tracing, which was a feature we could only see on offline renders. So right now we have it working in ray tracing as well. There it is. Like I have a huge, like right here in my fabric, the displacement is super high. It's set on 8. So I have like this huge amount of texture coming through, even the trims. So now we have this divided pattern tool that's very good when used with patterns that you need a filling, or in this case, I use the pressure tool. That works too. Well, all you have to do is select the internal lines and come over here and activate divided pattern tool. And when you click on this area, you could just apply a very specific pressure to this region. So we wouldn't have like this very puffed edge. So it would be much softer. I could do this with the sleeve so we can see it better. I select internal line, activate divided pattern, and I will apply a lower pressure here in this region because you see when I can select only the edge and apply less pressure. So I'll apply -10 here. And I'll do the same with the upper fabric. I'll just activate divided pattern, select this edge with 10. That's how we used to do puffer before this filling pattern tool, because we didn't have this in the past. And there you are. I have less pressure here in the sleeves. Meanwhile, the other part is still with 30 pressure. So that works perfect. Alright, so this is the most weighted tool ever because we've been requesting it for a while. And now what they are delivering us, it's a complete tool. All you have to do is when you have a dart, you have to right click over it and select rotate dart. Once you select it, you have two options here. You can select just one point or multiple points, so you're gonna create multiple darts. Here I'm just gonna transfer this one, click one time, double click to finish, and it pops up this window. It's going to be a bit more deep because it's going to use this point to rotate the dart. If I want to transfer it 100%, I'm not going to change anything and just click OK. You could change it to distance if you want to understand the measurement of this dart. And I'll just click OK. But I could also create multiple darts, and it's very smart. Look at how it works. I select Rotate Dart 2 again, and I select all the places I want to create a dart. So, for example, I want to create 3 darts in this area. So the last one I'm going to double click. And I can select equal dart rotation because it's going to use the same measurement, always coming from this point, or unequal dart where I can tell the distance from each dart. Right here, I have the distance option with measurements. I could just make one a little bit wider than the other. For example, if I want to edit this one, I have to make this a bit less and increase here because I can't go further. You see, it's blocking me to make it wider because it's using the same measurement from the other one. So it's very clever. There is no way to make a mistake here. Okay, so I will just click OK, and here we have our darts. Okay, so this new feature has been requested by some of my clients in case you work with prints and different textures inside those prints. Now you can do that inside Style3D very easily. You're gonna right click over the graphic and select this option, extract graphics based on colors. Before we had this feature right here, you could just change color. That's what you could do. But right now, what we can do is we can create different textures for those colors, for each color variation. So I can select right here, extract graphic. I could use the automatic color separation, which is going to separate everything by color. You can see here, I have all of the colors used in this print, right? Or you could just do it manually. Like when you extract colors, you use this drop tool and you can select the colors you want. I'm gonna go with the automatic and I'll just click OK. And right here we have everything separated, which I can apply different textures to it. Oh guys, there is a trick I forgot to mention, that when you want to extract the graphics, you need to tick this box because it's going to replace the original graphics in the 3D interface. And otherwise it's not gonna work. So you just click OK and it's going to replace the image here. So right now, for example, if I want to apply a foil here and this yellow, I could just click here and we have a metallic glow right over there. If I want, for example, embroidery, there you go, we have it. And it's perfect because I could just create many variations. I could just select from here and start creating things differently. And, you know, sky is the limit. Just use your creativity. And we have many, many options here. This brush effect, it's very cool, but it only works within the conventional render. It got very chaotic, but I just wanted to explore all the different types of textures we have here. So you can see we have some beads, we have some brushed texture, metallic, and embroidery altogether. You can be creative and create whatever you want to. Alright, so if you're a beginner in Style3D, you need to know that Style3D's avatars have some tools that you don't need to worry about hair collision with the clothes. So you could use long hair without an issue while dressing the avatar. That's been a thing for a while because whenever we needed to do an outfit in an avatar with hair, we had to import it without hair, drape the garment, and simulate the animation and then export it into a third-party software to put them together, the avatar with the hair and the clothes, to have a final render. So right now in Style3D, what you can do is you can simulate outfits without concerning about the hair, because there is a tool inside here that you can deactivate that it takes part into collision. So you can see here we have body, hair, shoes, and accessories. So if you're, for example, creating an item with socks and there is a shoe on, you can deactivate the shoes and the sock will fit perfectly. So you can simulate the shoe with the socks without any problems. The same thing with the hair. So you could just simulate a garment with a collar or even a hood, and you won't have issues with the hair. So right now, Style3D took it to another level and they created the hair simulation, and I've been very excited to try it. So let me show you how it works. First thing I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna change her hair. So in this new window now, everything about the avatar can be changed here without going to the edit avatar window. So you could just change her pose, her face, her emotion, her hair, her skin, everything from here. So I could choose a long hair, for example. If I want to simulate it, I could just deactivate the hair and simulate. And there, without a problem, we have the hair over the poses and just perfect. You can see here the front look, or maybe I'll activate the ray tracing. But we don't have that collision thing popping out and going with the fabric going crazy, you know. The hair is just not active and not participating in simulation. So what we're gonna do right now is we're gonna change her hair, because for this specific situation we have a hair simulation, a hair actually that is ready for being simulated. That is this one. So far we have this one. I believe we're gonna have more options soon because this is in beta phase, so they might release more options for us in a very short time because they are doing a lot of upgrades in the software. So I can change her hair to this simulated hair, and then I can activate simulation. You can see it's in beta, and I'm gonna open the animation tab and try some animation to see how it works. I will add a movement. I like walking in place, it's always good. Let's create a transition of 1 second. And then let's see how it goes. We might have some hair simulation then. Let's record it. You can see the hair is moving, it's very nice. I could add some wind here just to see it move. Alright, let's see how it goes. Let me slide down here and see it in a look. Well, her walk is a little bit weird. I didn't like it. I have chicken dance. You know chicken dance? It's very funny. Alright, let's go back. And there we go, with the hair going crazy again, and then it's gonna settle down. That's why it's good to have this, you know, smooth animation. That's one of the things I like the most about Style3D is how flexible this timeline it is. And there is another new tool that is so good that you could just crop whenever you want. Like I want to crop on frame. I like to work on frames because that's how I started working with, and I'm very used to that. So you can understand here very easily that 30 frames correspond to 1 second. Can you see? So in case you're creating an Instagram video, like 30 seconds, it's gonna be a lot of frames in it. So 60, 90 frames. So let's see, this animation have like 420 frames plus. That would be like 14 seconds. Let's take a look here and see if it is going through. Yeah, we don't have collision issues. It's just simulating very good. Let's go into this slicing animation tool. It's right here. And that would work, for example, if I want to continue the animation with another one. For example, I'm looking at this animation. I like when she goes to this pose, but then when she turns back, I don't want this part. I just want her facing the front. So I might just stop right here. And I want to slice this animation. So right here, I just have to click here and we already have an animation sliced. So I could just click here and press delete and add another movement. Like for example, a little bit of walking in place. So I can create a transition. Actually, I can create a shorter transition. Maybe I would put like 10 frames for it and see how it goes. My concern here is the fabric won't be able to follow along, and let's see how it goes. And let's do it. Let's simulate again. Let's see how it goes with her changing the pose and the hands going through. Yeah, that's an issue with the animation. It's terrible. So maybe I'll just find another pose for her to transition to walking. Maybe her hands out of the way, like this pose, for example. Yeah, right here I could crop and delete everything extra. Like here I can delete pretty much everything and add the walk in place, and 10 frames are enough. Just press OK and let's see if it goes well. Maybe now it works. Yeah, because her hands are not over the hips. Maybe I'll have to button that shirt a bit more. There you go, we're good. And fingers. Yeah, there you go. We have some finger going through here. So yeah, I never said fabric simulation would be easy. We have some perks, but I really like it. I don't care about it. Yeah, maybe I'll go back a few steps, like right here, where this could be not so noticed, where this could go unnoticed actually. Oops. Go back, select again, go back, and we're good. I guess I could keep going here. Yeah, it went just fine. I guess it was a bit too fast, maybe a few more frames for the transition, but it's always testing and finding the perfect amount of frames. All right, so let's go to the most important. I guess all the things that are important, but I'm really curious about this trim collision thing that we can simulate trim. Actually, this garment, when I made it a while ago, I had like to fake this buckle. So it was like a piece of fabric and with an invisible part to hold it stiff, so it won't bend that much, so I could simulate an animation. So I love that Style3D has an easy convertible tool. Like you just right click and convert this into trim, right click and convert to trim. Let's see how it works with the simulation. I need to delete this pin that I have here. And what I should do now is when you click at the trim, you have this option, collision. Also, there's one thing that you should notice is the mass of the string. If it's too heavy, it might fall or go through the fabric. I have a 5 particle distance here, so I might not have problems with the string falling off. So be sure that you have a lower particle distance and the mass of the string is 10 grams. So let's see how it works. Let's see if I can move that as well. Oh yeah, that's so cool. Yeah, not going through. Collision is good. And I can move it around, see? I couldn't do that before, so this is a big improvement and I'm loving the fact that I can move it around. You have some real movement here, see? And it's not going through the fabric. That's very good. I'm gonna try with this one, change it into a trim, and turn on collision. I'm not gonna make it that heavy because it's just a slider. Let's see it working. There you go. Wow, this is so cool. I'm loving it. See, I can pull it around. Oh my gosh, this is amazing. You should try it and let me know how it goes. I hope you enjoyed this video. And I'm sorry if I took too long to explain it all, but we have many more updates and I have a list to try, so maybe I'll give you some updates soon. I'll keep you posted. Bye bye.